Places have changed, faces have aged. Memories are starting to fade, one day at a time. Remember, I'm here with you. You're trying so hard just to keep up. Every day's a chance to restart. I'll still be here, trying to pull you through. Every word that's forgotten, every note left unsung. Trust in me, just hold my hand and take me with you. Bring me into a world no one else can walk through. Hold my hand, 'cause I'm still with you. Love teaches hope, that love teaches joy, enable the ones who are frozen in time. Imagine our hearts choosing to shine on a journey that's yours and mine. Yours and mine. Hold my hand and take me with you. Bring me into a world no one else can walk through. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. 'Cause I'm still with you.
Hello! Welcome to the Enabling Festival 2022. My name is Daniel,
And I'm Danny.
and we are your festival hosts this year. The festival aims to explore, challenge, shape perceptions, understanding of dementia and caregiving through technology and the creative arts.
This year, we will focus on the sense of touch, with the theme Touch is Memory.
We have curated many exciting programs for you this year, so please visit us at this website below to see what we have to offer.
So please enjoy the upcoming programs.
Good day everyone, welcome to the Enabling Festival 2022. My name is Daniel, and today we are very happy to have Angeline here with us. But before we begin, Angeline, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, Daniel. Thank you very much for having me. I'm basically a glass artist. I run a studio here and I work with reclaimed fabrics also. That's one of my passions, is to work with discarded old fabrics, and I create things out of them.
Right, I see a lot of exciting stuff here, but before we go to that, tell us, how did this idea of working with fabrics come about?
So when I travel, and especially when I travel to India, there are a lot of homeless and there are a lot of people on the streets. And it occurred to me that I could use, things like old clothes and make them into bigger quilts for the homeless. So that's what I started doing. And my mom had dementia and she's passed on now, but I've seen what she's going through, and I've seen how she was engaged when she had a piece of cloth or something that was soft, colorful, and something that she could fidget with. So I came up with the plan of using my old fabrics to make things like this. So like this fidget blanket. So if you see this one has a whole lot of interesting textures and colors.
Yeah, I could see different materials
Yes.
on it as well, right?
So if you see this one has the pandas and things like
We've got
that.
the pandas, we've
Yeah.
got the little pockets here.
Yes.
We've got little felt stuff.
Yes. So the other thing is that, so what I started doing was I started using, if you see this has a whole lot of patches of different colors and different fabrics.
Right.
So all of this is made from some of my mother's clothes. So I would cut them up and I would sew them and then make things like this is a little book.
Right, tell me about the book. I mean...
So very often you find that, or at least it's been my experience, that people can still read. Like my mother could read and recite poetry till the day she died. She didn't know who I was, but she could do that. And the act of turning pages in a book is something that basically catches your interest.
Yes.
So this was my feeling that, these would help. And which is why I started making all these. And I have to tell you that the act of making these, whether it's the Fidget sensory mats that we're doing here, or a bigger blanket, or whatever I make, is also kind of therapeutic for me. It takes a toll on the family and on the caregivers. So I feel working with your hands and making stuff, creating something, to me is a very, very valuable experience to have. So making these and conducting such workshops gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Right.
So in some way it's a selfish thing to do, but it also creates very beautiful things.
Yeah.
So
thank you for that. I see so many different things. Shall we?
Yes. So what we do is basically we have attached different pieces of cloth, and I try to do motifs that could have some kind of meaning.
Right.
So like supposing your dad's a gardener and you think something like this will help him, then you could do motifs that are whether it's flowers or trees or something that could kind of fit in with his interests.
Yeah.
So that's my aim, when I make these, I make different motifs, different textures, so that it could engage somebody. Yes, like what you're doing now.
Right? Just the panda.
Yeah. So if you notice, this one has a pocket.
Yes.
So a pocket is always very interesting. Like we have a piece here. Now this is a little embellishment that you have, and this has different textures.
Right.
So you can, put your fingers in.
I could actually put,
Yes, yeah. But you won't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Now these mats are made to a size of 60 centimeters by 30 centimeters.
Right.
I make these to this size because it's been my experience that very often somebody is sitting on the wheelchair and the caregiver has something else to do. So this is ideal to lay across the lap, and because of the colors and textures, there's some form of engagement.
Right.
But this could be made in other things also, like the caregivers, when they want to make, it's very simple, you can make it on your own. So you could make little sleeves, like just, something that's wrapped around your hand.
Yes, it could be a hand sleeve.
So it could be a hand sleeve, and you just put it on, and then there's something.
Mommy or daddy can play with them.
Yes.
What about a bib?
A bib, I'm not too sure, because it's been my experience with my mom, any long loose threads or cords, she would tie it around her fingers till her fingers became blue.
Right.
So I'm very cautious about any long threads. Sometimes on sensory mats and fidget blankets, you have things like zips, you have laces. I never use any of those because I'm always nervous about the skin getting caught. As you grow older, your skin becomes really thin.
I hear you.
So I'm nervous about those things.
Yeah, because I was thinking, let's Velcro this thing.
No, Velcro very often has that sharp edge, right? And you can get cut.
Right.
So if person with dementia is unsupervised or is just sitting somewhere, you want them to be completely safe.
Yeah.
You want them to be engaged, you want them to be stimulated, you want the whole tactile texture experience, but you want safety most important.
Yeah. So to caregivers, right, I just really want to say something, right?
Yes.
Because the things that you do, they're so on, so they're difficult to peel off.
Yeah, but this
Right.
is hand sewn, so it's not so difficult to do.
Yeah, so it's easy to do.
It's easy. It's a little tedious to do, but it's easy. It's not difficult.
Right.
Yeah, and once you know that, it's been my experience that once you start doing it, there's a whole lot of enthusiasm, and kind of I can put this and I can put that. So it's in some ways therapeutic for the caregiver. I started working with fabric for my own peace of mind.
Right.
I've been a glass artist for very many years. That's my profession. That's how I make my money, and I've done it forever. But working with fabric and working with fabric to give to people is what gives me peace of mind.
Right.
So I think the act of working with your hands, the act of making something is what's important.
Yeah. So what do we have in store here? I mean,
So today what you're going to do is you're going to make something.
ooh, nice.
So you're going to use this piece. This has cycles and it has a little fringe. And if you notice this is my version. It's also, to me, art, right? I am an artist, so that's how I think. And this is my version of the sun and the sky and the cycles and the meadow.
Nice.
All right?
Yeah.
This is what I have tried to show. But we have a wide array of things. We have angels, and then we have, like, this is a really silly sheep.
Yeah.
So it's just something fun and silly
Something fun,
that
right?
one can use. And
got-
we have flowers.
The flowers, yeah.
Yes. And
I've got a little
you have a boat.
boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last time I remember folding one was using paper.
This is
when I was in
this
primary
is
school.
borrowed from that idea.
Yeah.
This is my version. So this mat has the fabric boats.
Right.
And this is my version of the origami paper boat.
Yes, and it looks like a river of life. So,
Yes, yeah.
So that's really interesting. I noticed this little homes here, right?
Yes.
So this means a lot to me because wherever I am, I know where to come back home.
Yes.
To
Yes.
and to me, this contextualizes a lot of our conversations because
Yes.
No matter anywhere in the world, at the end of the day, we want to come home.
Home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you ask me, I'm gonna be putting this thing on
Yes.
on my Fidget
Perfect.
blanket.
And this is what we are trying to do, right? We are trying to give people, the caregivers primarily, options of using things that are meaningful, right? Firstly, the process of picking up what you like, right? Something that's meaningful to you, and then adhering it to your mat. So that process is definitely what, it's the therapeutic process that we are looking at.
I felt that it gives me an element of healing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I reconcile some of the motives,
Yeah, yeah.
and I want to put them on, I get the feeling that I'm having some level of closure as well, and also to say, hey, I can do this. I'm better than this. I can put scrap items together, and I feel worthy of creating a beautiful object. I want to be an artist, but I don't know how to be an artist. And now you've given me the opportunity and a chance to express my emotions and to express my feelings, especially you've given me the decision-making ability to select the items I want to put here. Because I would love to make this for you, Daddy and Mommy, but I think this piece I'm going to make here, it's for myself, and it's an element of healing taking place as well, because I feel that when I slowly put this on, I get some time to breathe, to think. That respite care happens at the same time.
That's the whole process, right? It is everybody, and let me just disagree with what you said.
Yeah.
Everybody is an artist. Yeah. Everybody is worthy. It's how we see ourselves, and I think that is most important. Yes. All of us go through ups and downs. That's life, right? None of us can escape that, right? That's life. Right. So in my opinion, everybody is creative. We just don't allow ourselves to express that, because traditionally, we're so busy with our lives and caregiving and our work and professions and all. We don't allow certain parts of us to, kind of surface. So if you're making something like this, whether it's for you, whether for whoever it may be, that's really not the point. The point is you are making it. Yes. And coming back to my thing of working with your hands, that's what gives you the satisfaction and the mental peace. So the fact that you choose what you want, and the decision-making process is yours. you reflect while you're sewing. Sewing is a very therapeutic process,
Yes.
and it makes you think. You normally work alone, so you are reflecting, you are going through things in your head, and ultimately it'll be a calming process.
Yeah.
It heals the soul, according to me. Yeah, like at least for me, it does. Let me put it that way.
I'm ready to get going and,
Yes.
and to try.
So what we do is,
me.
yeah, I'm going to teach you. So if you see this, now let me hold it up. And if you see this is a book that is made, all right? And you can see how this says the earth laughs in flowers.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is because, like, as I told you, my mom could read. So to me, books and something like that are really, really meaningful. And so we have a couple of that. This is a child's drawing that is just put into the book, and then hearts. Everybody loves hearts, right? So this, if you notice this has just been attached with sewing thread onto it. So now you're going to do the same thing with this.
All right.
So
I'm
you
gonna
take
put
your
my
house.
home in there.
Yes, and I have a threaded needle for you, and it's got a knot. Do you know how to sew?
Yes, I think I
Okay.
maybe in primary, secondary.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start from the back, so the knot is hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me hold it up for you.
And then we'll try.
Yeah. Just pull it out, and you go in and out. Just
Okay.
basic around the.
Around the.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, just don't jab yourself. Be a little careful.
Yeah, so caregivers, when you're doing this, have some level of safety as well, right?
Yes.
So safety is important,
Yeah.
but it's not difficult. I mean, as I'm doing
It's
this,
not difficult at all.
yeah,
And even like these mats that I have a whole lot of color and textures and all that, but you can do it on a plain fabric. Like you could do it on this tablecloth.
yes,
You could do it on anything. That's really not the. I do different colors because I work with scrap fabrics.
Yes.
I don't buy fabric for this.
And you mentioned that. I mean, I really wanted to target what you're saying as well, because you say that recycle fabrics, which means we're sustainable. And when we're sustainable, we can use old clothes, we can use mummy and daddy's old clothes.
Yes.
Because that's something that's familiar to them. Their favorite fabric,
Yes.
their favorite material,
Memories. Right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a, and even for you to make something for yourself or for somebody with a fabric that's been worn before,
Yes.
it has it has a different meaning than buying fabric and making something, right?
Yeah, so it contextualizes.
It's more personal,
Yes.
it's more, I think, and that is very, very important. For everybody, not only for caregivers, not only for people who are going through tremendous worry and strain. It's for everybody. Anything with a personal touch or something that touches the
Always
soul, I
makes a
think
difference.
is always makes a difference.
So I think I've got one final thread to go through.
Yes.
And I think
And then
pretty
we'll
much
knot it at the back,
done.
and yeah. So let me
Maybe
help
you can
you
help
with the knotting. So we're just
Right,
going to
right.
very simply knot the fabric at the back, and then you can snip the yarn. All right. Now, let's put this away. So this is,
Ta-da! I finally made my house a home. So really, I mean, this whole bicycle, this whole sunshine and the sky, we always want to look for brighter days, happier days in our caregiving journey. And also at the end of the day, we want to come home and be around our loved ones, to spend time with them. And when I was doing this, you rightly mentioned that it gives me a level of therapeutic healing happening, because I was going through that whole process of doing this. And I felt that I could reflect on my day.
yes.
I felt that I could be good with my hands. At
Yes.
least it's something
Yeah.
tactile, I can
Yes.
feel, I can touch. And I feel worthy that I've created a piece of art, right? Like when I mentioned, everyone can be an artist. So can I, right? So I'm actually very happy with my creation.
And
Yeah.
you can add lots more.
Yes.
You can make it as busy or as plain as you want.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
on questions for you, right?
Yes.
I mean, I do one and you do so many. How long does it take for someone
for
to
me-
complete this? Or,
I've been doing this for a very long time, so I work super fast.
Right.
And also like design and all that comes easy to me because that's my job, right? So it's really not a question of how long it takes. The journey is to be enjoyed, right? It's not as if you're going to churn them out, and that's not, and a caregiver, that's not the role, right? It's to care for yourself also. So the process of sewing, the process of selecting which shirt you're going to cut up, what you're going to make out of it, that's also part of the fun, and that's a huge journey, right? So the idea is to enjoy that.
Yes.
Yeah, and not have you're not churning it.
We're not competing who churns out more fidget blankets.
Yeah. And it's not mass consumption. It's made personal to, kind of help the family.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hearing.
Let me add that once you finish sewing everything, the back is kind of messy, right?
Yes.
So we just sew on another piece.
That's where I got this.
Yeah. So we sew that on so that it's all neat, clean, and there are no threads, nothing's, kind of going to hurt anybody, nothing.
Yeah.
So,
and it feels really nice as well.
It feels soft,
the various fabric.
Yes.
So if you have silk, you can put silk. If sateen, you can put sateen.
This one has some velvet. If you touch this has velvet.
Oh, yes.
This is cut up from an old t-shirt.
Yeah.
So all this is t-shirts, velvet, and you have felt. And the sky is the limit really. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. So for caregivers, I think it is important to customize or to allow your loved ones to have some level of decision making, because you're making something for them that's highly personalized for them. So if daddy and mommy decides to choose some of these motifs, like the silly sheep or even
we have a butterfly.
A butterfly as well.
So this is a green butterfly.
Yeah, the pretty motifs. All these are items that you want to customize for your loved ones, because then it becomes personalized. Then it becomes something that they would use. And when it's said and done, at the end of the day, it's also a piece of reminiscence work.
Yes.
For your loved ones, and more importantly, it's also to tell their story. Because storytelling can be done in different ways. In a canvas.
Yes.
Yeah, and this happens to be a fidget blanket as their canvas and their story, because if it's something that they like, they will naturally talk about it.
Yes.
There are many ways to use a fidget blanket.
A fidget blanket or the whole style of the fidget blanket, whether you make it as a t-shirt or part of your clothes.
Yeah,
anything that a sleeve.
Yeah.
So there are other ways to do it. It's just that it's what you make is meaningful to you and to your family.
On this note, I wanted to just thank you for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to show me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And I think you need to finish that now.
I will finish that. Thank you everyone for tuning in as well. So for more information about the festival, the Enabling Festival 2022, you can visit our website as well as our various social media platforms. Right? For more information, please visit us and see you at the festival.
Bye.
Bye. Check out the fidget blanket. Hi, my name is Daniel.
And I'm Danny.
And we're the founders of the Enabling Festival 2022. We hope you can support us by pledging $1 to the Enabling Festival via the link below.
That's right. This $1 will enable the festival to further its cause and implement initiatives for collective impact, which has societal benefits for the dementia community and caregivers.
Dementia is a very real issue that could happen to you and me. We sincerely appeal to you to walk this journey with us. Your pledge of $1 is in exchange for a treasured trove of shared knowledge.
Come and participate in the various programs. We hope to see you at the next Enabling Festival in
2023. Take care. Bye.
Hold my hand and take me with you. Bring me into a world no one else can walk through. Hold my hand.
Thank you for watching our program.
We hope you can fill in a simple survey using the QR code provided.
This will help us to improve as well as to fulfill our funding requirements from our various sponsors. Thank you.
If you wish to find out more about the Enabling Festival 2022, please visit our Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, and website.
To connect with us, please drop us a message on any of our social media platforms.
Take care and stay safe.